Hello again, everyone. KY in here, and welcome back to my Let's Play SEB Lems. So last time we had an attempt at the final level of the pack, but it was a no solve, just because there was a crucial element that I wasn't able to figure out. I pretty much know the solution. It's just getting it to work. That's the problem. However, I just worked on it a bit off camera, and I think I finally was able to figure out and iron out the kinks to make the solution work. So I guess what I'm saying is get ready for the grand finale. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the Let's Play. So here's the final level, Unrequited 20. How does it feel? Alrighty. So, as usual, I'm just going to start by building with the pre-placed lemming, and also let one lemming build the bridge here. And then here it doesn't really matter. Actually, let me move him back a little. Yeah, just to make sure he doesn't blow through the bridge. Alright. Lemmings already out, so let's go ahead and max out the release rate here for 2 lemmings. Oh, actually, no, let's do it with 3. Yeah, so right now we can put it back. Alrighty, and now let's go ahead and block here. And then we're gonna go ahead and blow the 3rd lemming up. And then we're gonna build to the left to get the digger pickup. Okay, here. This part is a little bit tricky, but I believe it has to be this way. As a matter of fact, I wonder if it works by not turning around first. Alright, and then we're going to be building right at the edge here. Alrighty, and then hopefully the spacing between these guys is great enough so that the next one that comes, he'll be able to mine. Yeah, just like that. That's exactly what I wanted. I did this a little bit differently on camera, but I'm thinking this will work as well. Yes. Let me see. Alrighty, and then yeah, here it doesn't really matter what happens after this. And then we got to give him a climber. Alrighty, we're gonna go ahead and bomb him. Yeah, so as you can see, they survived this fall. For some very odd reason, I didn't think they would. Okay, and then here, it doesn't really matter if some of the climbers come. It will happen, by the way. And so, we're gonna have to go ahead and block so that the others turn around and one climber goes on ahead. And then make the lead climber a floater. And then dig down until we get to around here. We're gonna build so that he turns around. Alrighty, and then build the bridge again. Alrighty, and then we're gonna go ahead and mine down to the crowd and also release the blocker. Okay, everyone's gonna collect in here, including the non-climbers. Yeah, so I guess this was the most crucial part. I kept trying to mine here instead, but instead that takes way too long. And so some will slip by and go into the trap. Alrighty. So the miner's done, so we're gonna go wait for everyone to collect here. And then the straggler is a climber, which I'll be using to build it to get up here. Very, very nice level here. I really like this one. And it's very fitting for a grand finale. I guess if I really wanted to, yeah, I could just simply scoot the miner over a little. Alrighty, and then we're gonna go ahead and build so that the climbers who go up, they're gonna survive this fall. And finally, all there's left to do is to build into the exit. And now, the only thing that's left to do is to mine the crowd out here. And that's it. And that's level solved, and thus the entire pack is done. Very, very nice level here. I really like this one. Okay, and then just nuke the blocker, and we are done. Any congratulations message? No, no congratulations message. But that doesn't really matter, because that came after Rapture 20. Alrighty, and with the completion of Unrequited 20, that brings us back to the first level, which is Paradise 1. Alrighty, so what can I say? This was a pretty well done pack. Like I said before to Flopsy, the Paradise rank is not a complete throwaway rank at all. At least, even though a lot of the levels are X of everythings, at least they are varied and very diverse in the challenges. And also, they're very different from the tame levels in that it's not just 1 to 3 skills and then you're done. Instead, you have to do way more than that. A lot of the later Paradise levels were very large as well. So, really, it just goes without saying that the X everything levels, even they are very challenging in the Paradise levels. As a matter of fact, I felt some resistance during the Paradise rank, and so I knew right away that it wasn't going to be that SEB Lems wasn't going to be a complete pushover. And then we get into the Bittersweet rank. There's still some extra everything levels in there, although not as much as the Paradise rank. Bittersweet was definitely where it started getting really challenging already. It's really amazing how there were 2 levels in that rank that managed to stump me. In particular, if I can remember them, I think one of them was Bittersweet 4. Yeah, Bittersweet 4 was one of them, and then the next one was... No, I'm sorry. There's 3 of them. So, Sweet Members I was able to figure out in the same video. But starting with Bittersweet 16, that's where I needed more than 1 video. So that's the first level in the pack that needed more than 1 video. And then the next one that needed more than 1 video was Bittersweet 19. Yeah, and then we get into the Revolution rank. I believe the Revolution rank was somewhat easy. Now I think I'm starting to like not remember it correctly. Or was it the Stormy rank that was easier? No, I think it might have been Revolution that was easier actually. So Revolution rank definitely felt easier than the Bittersweet rank. Then we get to the Stormy, which got harder again. Although it still wasn't too bad. But definitely during the Stormy rank, that's where my solving time slowed considerably. I can pretty much only do maybe 1 or 2 lows at a time. I don't think there was any Stormy lows that needed more than 1 video, but I could be wrong though. No, I'm sorry. I believe it was Stormy 14. I think that needed more than 1 video. Yeah, and then Murder rank, yeah. Things really started amping up. In particular, yeah, Murder 9, that was a pretty hard level. And I still feel like Popsy, I think I'm in agreement that it should go up to the Rapture rank. Although it should probably go maybe in early Rapture. Because there's some Rapture rank levels that are far easier than Murder 9. So Murder rank, same story as the Stormy rank. I could pretty much only do maybe 1 to 2 levels at a time solved. There was occasionally the rare 3 levels solved, but it was very far in between though. Yeah, and then Rapture. Yeah, honestly, the Rapture rank felt somewhat easier than the Murder rank. There were still some really hard nuts in there though. 3 was definitely very hard, and what's another one? Flopsy says 6 was hard, but I didn't think it was that hard at all. Even though I needed 2 videos to solve that one. Like I said before, the solution came to me shortly after I went to bed that night. And then 14 is also pretty hard, but only the very start of it. Once you figure out the start, yeah, then the rest is very easy. Although the time limit can sort of make it a little scary. Um, let's see, and then what else was there? Everything else, it wasn't too bad. 15 wasn't as bad as I thought it'd be. The only reason I thought it would be bad was because of all the stackers that were provided, and generally I'm pretty bad with lows that provide a lot of stackers. 19, that one can be hard, but at the same time it can be easy if you know what you're doing. 19, I really overcomplicated that one. No surprise there, I guess, because I seem to have the bad tendency to overcomplicate solutions. Um, Everything else in the rapture rank, yeah, it wasn't too bad. Jagged staircase, yeah. I thought that was going to be another difficult one for me as well. And in that one, I ended up taking a completely different route. Well, ended up doing it differently from what's intended, I guess. And Megabytes, yeah, as I mentioned many times over during the Let's Play, um, I've already played the Megabytes pack for all formats. And so because of that, I'm very familiar with all the lows in there, with the exception of Megabytes 18 and Megabytes 20. Because those two lows are exclusive to the new formats version. They were not in the old formats version at all. Even then, I would say 18 wasn't too hard. It can be difficult just because of the how the skill set is very restricted there. It may seem open, but it's really not. And also in 18, I wonder if you could verify for me, Flopsy, but there's one part where the climber was climbing, and honestly, I didn't really see any piece of like terrain that stopped him from dying to the ceiling. So perhaps you could verify that for me. And it's 20. Yeah, 20 was definitely a lot harder. But just like many other levels, though, I ended up overcomplicating 20 as well. In particular, the part where I had all the lemming scatter, yeah, that was a huge mess in that I needed to find the right timing uh, to put the stack so that no one slips by other than the two climbers. It never occurred to me to trap the lemmings down at the bottom and then mine them out later. And then unrequited, yeah, a lot of those levels ended up being pretty good. So I gotta say, Flopsy and Wafflem did pretty good there. Um, yeah, one even unrequited one wasn't a complete pushover. It was already pretty difficult. I think it was a four of everything though. It's either a four of everything or five of everything. I don't remember, but even the first one is not a complete pushover. I already felt resistance there, and then two very nice one of everything though. Unrequited three. I'm thinking it's an open-ended one. Just because another solution I saw, it didn't go to the bottom left either. Four was a pretty good one. It still took some time to figure that one out, but that one was pretty good. This is what you're getting. Possibly the easiest level in the entire rank. That was a really cool using one long miner to free the crowd. Yeah, to free the crowd though. That was really nice. But it has to be placed somewhat precisely, yeah, in order for that to happen. Six, I really like that for the level for the fact that it shows the lemming sprites in there. Yeah, like one lemming walking out to the left, one going to the right, and then one just standing still. You can probably even imagine it as a blocker, although not really, since the arms aren't stretched out at all. In between words, yeah, that surprisingly gave me problems. Although all the sections were pretty easy to figure out, except for the top left. Top left took me quite a while, and I think in that case, yeah, once again, I came to the incorrect conclusion that the climbers were spot on the left after climbing the wall. Even though I hastily made that conclusion without trying it first. So there were plenty of lows like that where I didn't even try something and I just quickly ruled it out as not a possibility. Story the missing present. Yeah, this one was pretty easy as well. 99 ways to die was a little harder, but the only difficult part was just simply getting up around the middle. Oh yeah, and how's the island punch? Yeah, that one ended up I ended up struggling with that one, but then later on it just occurred to me. Yeah, something that I never even tried. But then again, I think I also hastily incorrectly concluded that it wouldn't work, and that was the really neat trick of building and then blocking on it, so that the lemming on the platform above can still turn around, even though the blocker is not on the same level as him. Maple layer to tree tops. Yeah, that one was pretty easy. Yeah, nothing too difficult about that one. Are you really the double easy one as well? Can't have it all. Pretty sure that's a back route since I didn't even use a blocker. But at the same time, another solution I saw didn't use a blocker as well. It probably means that it wasn't even fixed at the time. At the time I started playing it, it seems to have been unchanged from what I remember. I don't think the skill set was different or anything. And then Lemmy Disaster Suite. This one can be a little difficult, but at the same time, I think I could have made things easier for myself by having the um, worker lemming get on ahead first before releasing the crowd. Now 30, yeah, that one I ended up struggling with. And also in the end, I overcomplicated this one as well. And I still ended up using all the tools, I believe. Yeah, I might have had a skill left over, but I don't remember. Um, so as you can see in Unrequited 15, I was trying really hard to save that builder at the beginning, but I couldn't make it work. I like another solution that I saw for that one. It's like cleaner and easier, I guess. 16, there wasn't anything too difficult about that one. The time limit could be a little scary though. Machinery, nothing too difficult about that one either. Although, for a long time I kept thinking in the area near the exit uh, that we needed just one basher to get through the entire thing. But as it turns out, some pixel or wall will always be left, so that a bomber is required as well to get through. I give you anything. What's that one again? Oh yes, this one. I really overcomplicated this one. I mean, I ended up using the trick of a digger canceling another digger, and yeah, that was totally not needed at all. Instead, I never figured to dig in another spot at the top of the tree in the middle. It is a very nice level though, but yeah, it's definitely all down to timing. Yeah, especially since the entire hatch is um, climber floater. Hot for hot times for high times. Yeah, nothing too hard about this one either. It's just getting your timing correctly, and also just making sure you platform in such a way so that no one turns around um, too soon to fall through any of the gaps. And then finally 20. Yeah, nothing too difficult about this one either. Uh, really, all that was missing was just simply how to get a worker lemming up ahead without having any of the other climbers die as well. And as it turns out, yes, I'm not sure why I didn't even see the blocker uh, at the top of that one-way wall, and then having one of the climbers come back to mine both the blocker and the crowd out. But in any case, very nice level there. Um, very fitting for the grand finale for the pack. So this LP is finally done, and I definitely hope you enjoyed um, watching the videos in this Let's Play if you've been following along. So we're finally done after 75 videos. Technically 76, since there was one level where there was one additional video for that level, which was I think it was Murder 5. Yeah, it was Murder 5. But I unfortunately didn't have OBS open, and so because of that, I ended up struggling way more with that level than what you're going to see in the Let's Play. So technically, it took 76 videos to Let's Play the entire pack from start to finish. But in any case, I'm finally done, and so it's a huge relief to finally be done with this huge pack. At least in its current version, because in older versions there was a deep cuts rank that ended up getting cut out of the pack in later versions. Um, that rank is still in the old formats version, and so technically I could always tack in the extra rank onto the LP, but I think I'm not going to, just because it's just going to be another 15 levels. And from what I recall, I think Flopsy said that he was going to eventually release them in some form after they're like much improved and fixed up. And so because of that, um, since he says that, I'm just going to go ahead and wait for that. Because if they end up being released in some form, then I might as well just wait before LPing those levels anyway. Um, Now, what form they would take, I'm not entirely sure, but they're probably just going to be like the megabytes ranking, that they're probably just going to be scattered through the main ranks of his upcoming pack, and then whatever lows and make the cut in the main ranks, I guess it'll be in the side rank or something. But I take Flopsy's word, so therefore I'm just going to wait for them to be released in some form before LPing them. Because what's the point of LPing the deep cuts rank if they're just going to be eventually released anyway? But yes, um, the Let's Play of SEB Lems is finally done. So I really hope you enjoyed this Let's Play you've been watching. It was definitely a long and difficult journey, but we're finally done. Hooray! And so I think what I'm going to do is that I do have some future Let's Plays of other packs coming up, but since this one ended up taking pretty much an entire month, almost an entire month, I should say, even with that week break that I took in between, after being majorly stumped on Rapture 3, yeah, it still ended up almost taking an entire month. So I think what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to take a short break. Maybe in the meantime, I'm just going to try and get myself into level designing. I think I have some fair ideas of what I'm going to do for my contest level entries, but you're just going to have to wait and see for that. And then I think eventually what I would like to do is I would like to solve the contest levels on camera as well. So, so maybe what I'm thinking of doing, actually, if I'm going to be solving them on camera, I probably should just hold off on playing the levels myself. Although it probably wouldn't hurt for me to like take a good look at them before I do so. And then I'm probably just going to follow the same rule in that, well, not the same rule, but rather I'm just probably going to follow the rule in that if I can't figure out any of them in a reasonable amount of time, then I'm just simply going to skip that low and then come back to it later on. Um, and so it's pretty much going to be solve as many of the contest levels as I can within reasonable amount of time. And so yes, so I'm probably just going to take the next several days off from LPing and then maybe try to design some levels, especially since I've never made one before. And then maybe once that's done, yeah, I'll probably just get back to into LPing more packs. I think I have an idea of what my next pack should be to Let's Play. But again, for that one, you're just going to wait and see. And I need some time to think about it anyway. So yes, with this, this concludes the Let's Play of SEB Lems. I really do hope you enjoyed the Let's Play of this pack. And I'll see you all for the next one whenever I come back to LP some more packs in the future. See you guys then, and have a good day.